It's the 1st of August 2025, and for daily documentary entries, this medical identity theft situation continues. Since I was in a coma over a decade ago, my blood parents used my information that they had access to, and they sold it to individuals that are operating in this medical industrial complex in the state of New Hampshire. Because it was a head injury, they were able to use my high health at the time and a miraculous ability to speak that baffled everyone. They simply had me transferred from UMass to St. Joe's in Nashua, New Hampshire. In the years I won't ever remember, I learned from the documentation daily still the shock and awe of how this was my blood parents coordinating how to have me captured by stealing everything and bringing me to New Hampshire, so that in New Hampshire, the systematic dysfunction could begin through Monadnock Developmental Services and the traumatic brain injury contractor that was assisting my parents with this form of medical identity theft with a design to prevent recovery, and I would end up at Robin Hill Farm in a wheelchair on medication for the rest of my biological life, and no one would know that they had attacked and prevented my recovery. The miraculous ability to speak and the miracle of me coming back, despite them not having any disability modifications to the home, despite them having me filed as if I was normal and getting responsibility for running the business as if I was normal and still running the business. And all they did was fool the courts while the patient of a hospital, so that after release, my signature would be like I was a normal person, like I thought I was. So this systematic dysfunction in the terrorism tactic of hiding medical info of a person with a severe head injury is what has been shown. This isn't imaginary. This isn't something that is theoretical. This is shock and awe daily of I can't believe how elaborate this attack is on people while patients of hospitals, and that this was organized by my blood parents and the person in Peterborough I thought was a friend helping me with business development. That business development specifically being for individuals that were vulnerable, newly getting sober, and to have a clean living lifestyle on the culinary end. Not changing anything but showing this additional application of Scratch 2020 by going back to some sustainable gardening, hands-on. It gives people that are newly sober daily activity that's different to do, hence being a contribution towards their health overall. Now, if the application of Scratch 2020 is food, we all have to eat. So teaching people how to cook from scratch and why it's important was the idea of my business development using Peterborough property 67 Summer Street. This is what was attacked and taken by Roger LeComte, Lynn Howard, and Tim Donovan. The people that assisted them, being Tanya Dysart, Jolene Rogers, and Ryan LeComte, have also their friends that assisted them with stealing and selling everything from established businesses and maintaining now the theatrical social manipulation. Knowing there was nothing I could do about the documents they were filing in the years I can't remember, they just get protected to this day with the systematic dysfunction established by HUD property of 56 Main Street in Greenville, New Hampshire. They keep protecting what MDS arranged. What MDS arranged was medical identity theft for my parents while the patient of a hospital in 2014 to 15. Transfer me from states, hide medical info, misinform the courts, capture a person, break them down, and then just use their medical identity to extract funding while keeping them clueless and everyone around them clueless. Psychiatric terrorism design. So the writings that I found explaining what I was going through in years I can't remember, apparently I'm out of line telling the public the truth of what they're doing publicly? That's why. Am I really that confused today? Is it really a brain injury thing, or is there just some septic dysfunction being socially accepted and it will baffle anyone with half a fucking brain? I don't know.